What is up, guys? It's Crave coming to you today from North Remembers, and actually today I've got a special little it's just something I've been seeing a lot in the game recently, so I figured it was a good time to give some tips about this and some advice, what not to do, and examples of what not to do and what to do. And basically we're going to be talking about today is how to utilize your Golem Kill Squads most effectively. Basically, right now in the current meta, you're seeing a lot of golem-based kill squads along Town Hall 9, 10, and 11. So getting the most out of those tanks is very, very important. And so let's jump right into it. I'll be back with y'all for the first replay. Okay, guys, here's an example of what not to do. Okay, as you can see here, don't want to, reveal this entire base, but just watch this golem. Literally just two wizards behind it, and it's just getting annihilated. Look, before anything happens, Golem is completely gone, okay? Look at this king. King way too late, all that. It's just that Golem, 30 camp space. That's a lot. That's a couple healers, right? Right there. Lets the Golem die before it can do anything. That's not what you want to do. Okay, guys, here we have another example here. Sorry, Expelled, but I got you. And, this might not have been characteristic for him in general. Expelled is a great attacker, but this is a good example as well. So, we'll pause real quick. So, there's two golems. This is using a 4-golem attack, actually. So, extremely golem heavy gets the point across even more. So, he wants to get a lot of value out of these tanks because it's the majority of his camps. So, what's really important is utilizing that tank the best. So, as you can see here, if you look right behind these golems, all this area, right, is completely tanked. And he wants to go into the base here. He's going to lay a jump spell down over there. All he's got right now is a baby dragon and a wizard on both sides. If he wants to utilize, and yes, he's establishing a funnel. We all get that. But you can get a little bit more advanced in this. And normally this is going to involve using your archer queen, okay? So setting your archer queen behind those two golems right now, starting to clear a path and get into those back defenses. For example, what I would have done here is I would have set my archer queen right over here by this gold mine and let her walk back to the right to join up with the kill squad. That way she actually helps with the funnel more than just that wizard. Takes out this elixir storage and that cannon, more importantly, taking damage off the golems, but she's unharmed because all the defenses in range, guys, are being tanked by the golems that you're utilizing, okay? So if you use the archer queen on this side, then maybe nothing on this side and just wall breaker in. Let's see what happens since he doesn't do that. Takes a long time, right? A lot longer. Sets down another wizard. And that baby dragon. Baby dragon was used well here. Look, both these golems still sitting here, just waiting. This takes about, 10 seconds. Now the queen comes down. Right, queen could have been down, see, a lot earlier. That cannon would have been gone by now. Wall breakers come in. And by that time, look at this golem. Before we even enter the base, that golem is about to pop. So, not ideal. Obviously, he had 4. But it's just a reoccurring theme of what we're seeing in the game right now. Something to work on, something to think about. Let's get into some examples now of what to do. Okay, guys, here we've got another example of what Skewy here comes in on this base number 14 and does. And I think the attacks are actually fully recapped in BMW's recap. So we're not here for the attacks. We're just here for this example of the use of golems in a kill squad. So, as you can see here, right at the start, he's going to... Let's wait and get that golem down. Okay, golem's down. Right away, right after that golem is down, queen is directly behind it. So, basically, you're doing a queen walk without healers, right? The old school way, I guess. So, but there's so much free DPS your queen can make right at the center that people are wasting by not utilizing her right away. So as long as you can figure out her pathing, see here, he's got this wizard here. He knows once this wizard takes out this elixir collector and maybe the builder hut, then she's going to come up, step up, take the archer tower, the wizard tower, and then move her way to the right. Just because that's if you just learn a little bit more about your queen walks and your queen pathing, you can plan those out pretty quickly where she's going to head. So as you can see here, that's exactly what he does. Okay, wizard's there. Golem is tanking perfectly for her. Golem steps up. She's going to step up, take out these defenses that are targeting the golem, right? Which is key because then, since since she's doing that, the golem will stay alive much longer. See, one thing he didn't plan perfectly here, though, and he could have done it if he set his golem a little bit farther to the right. This archer tower does target his queen, because of that, and so you have to be aware of that. You got to make sure that the golem is going to tank complete for those defenses. So he does have to burn the ability there. But look, that golem here, instead of being probably, I don't know, almost completely dead, as we've seen in the previous raids, it's got half health left still. And that is going to be huge in a raid. Very important. It sets your raid up with a better funnel, because you can use the queen and get deeper into the funnel on that side, and a better attack overall. Well, let's look at another example here. Alright guys, here, Ben attacking their 15. I think this is a great example of the exact same thing. Right away, golem down. Lots of golems, right? Golem down up here. Look at the queen. Right away down. Wizard over there to keep her from going this way. Look at these defenses. She's going to pick off this archer tower and then take out these vital storages, which really help with this funnel, right? As we could see in another attack, if he doesn't take out these storages, which we actually saw in a previous attack, if you don't take out these storages, it would have made all of his bowlers head into that compartment and try to beat through the wall. So actually extremely important. And look, the queen goes basically untouched, but does a huge amount of value there, taking out that whole entire side of funnel. Really utilizes golems well. Look, they're all full health in the center of the base. Big time. Okay, guys, I do want to show this because it's also an example of a time when, you know, oh, you're like, okay, Crave says we should be setting my queen down instantly right behind my golems. Well, not always, okay? There's certain times when it's not necessary. Obviously, I guess you could say it is a little bit more risky to set her down, but if you path it right and see what defenses are going to be hitting the golems, you should be fine. But here in this example, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, I set minions down on the outside to establish the funnel. So this is also free DPS, right? Just taking up time. My golems aren't down yet, so if you can take out structures with minions, for example, or a wizard, whatever it is, before you even set your golems down, that is the ultimate best way to use to save your golems HP. Because if I set this golem on this cannon right now and I'm still using wizards out there when I could use a minion, that's a waste of HP, right? Your golems are going to die quicker than they need to. Also, though, after this funnel is established by these minions, you'll see that basically after just one golem deployed, I was able to just set a couple bowlers onto both sides because they were tanked, and get the queen and everything down very quickly. So this is an example. This is kind of a natural funnel into the base, where I would not consider I guess walking your queen. You're really gonna find a benefit from this, guys, if you're coming from a corner, a side, to where it's easy to predict your queen pathing and easy to tell the how much value you're gonna be able to get out of that funnel she's able to create. Okay, guys, last example here. This is. If you try to do this, and it's going to take a little bit to learn and practice, and that's what I use. FCs, use everything to get these use out of your golems and your queen, getting used to walking or behind the golems and really getting the most value you can out of that kill squad. But you're going to sometimes you're going to run into this situation, right, where you're trying to do it, you set the queen down, as Larry does here, and, you know, you don't perfectly path it, all right? You know, maybe you're a little bit of a pleb like Larry is, which, I mean, it's unavoidable for him, so he can't help it. But you'll see here in a moment what I'm talking about. So the queen steps up, that golem walks away. And see, look, now the golems, as they rerouted, see how they rerouted and got out of the expo range, and then the expo does target his queen, and he's going to have to pull the ability there. See, of course, obviously, you want to try to prevent this from happening. You don't want to ever have to burn your queen ability early just because you're using her as a funnel. So you really got to think about how your golems are going to redirect around that wall, as his did here. They redirect around this wall because he wall broke here. If he would have wall broken on this side, I believe let's check here. Let's find out. If he would have wall breaking on this side, yeah, the golem, if he would have broken on this corner, I bet the expo would have stayed on the golem there. And he would have saved his queen ability entirely. Just little minor things, but if you're trying to improve, trying to get the most out of your kill squad, if you ever have an attack and it ends and you're like, where the hell are my golems? Why did they die so fast? This is probably why. You're probably just leaving them out there with just a couple wizards on each side behind them for 10-15 seconds, especially when there's a lot of DPS there. You really, if you want to utilize it best, guys, this is one of the good tips. Other good tip I have for you, maybe stick a healer on one of those golems if there's, a ton of point defense, or it's going to get fried either way, even with the queen behind it. But that's all I had for you guys here. Just a quick little tip. Could be used in any kill squad. Just general use of a golem, one of the most common troops in the game. You can always get better and more effective with your troops. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.